Hello and welcome to this little video about the game we're making for the Epic Mega Game Jam for October. Unfortunately, we've done something to it whereby if we try to do near enough anything, it crashes. That includes saving, compiling, placing objects, changing objects, deleting objects. I'm just going to demonstrate this file, and it just absolutely misses. And we don't have a suitable backup, which is a royal pain in the ass. It's like a week's worth of work wasted. Oh, it makes you want to cry. It really does. I think it's something to do with the destructible meshes. Unfortunately, even removing them from the content folder has done absolutely, utterly nothing to try and solve the problem. So I can't be too unhappy with the game creators, the Unreal Engine creators, really. I mean, I wouldn't be able to create anything if they haven't created this in the first place. So nobody's fault, but it's a bug. Hopefully it'll get fixed. But let's show you what we actually worked on and made. So we made a giant ant farm. The game was originally called Ant Mafia, and we changed it to Big Ant. So you play as a little ant who works their way up the Ant Mafia chain by going into these little purple things here, which is the shops, where there's ants, and they've got, or had, lots of different items. There they go. They got lots of different items. Each one is linked to this particular ant. So you go in, they're destructible meshes, so you can destroy them, and that sets up an intimidation bar. If I just find where we put it, here it is. So that would make this intimidation bar go up. And once it reaches the full amount, the ant would drop a level of seeds, and you got to take your cut to the boss, the Mafia ant, to show, well, so that you can level up basically and become eventually a maid ant, and then finally the ant farmer, where you kill the main Mafia dude. Absolutely wonderful stuff. I'd love to show you that, but unfortunately we can't. We'd also added a nice little talk feature, so each ant is connected to their own individual box. So when you actually enter the box, a little text bubble will appear saying something like "Welcome to my shop" and other wonderful sayings. And when you start destroying stuff, they also start saying little things as well, including a nice avatar reference, which I don't get to show you, which is really annoying. Really annoying. And also, if you press the M key, there's a camera off, which you can't see in the distance over there, and it'll just show you the map and lets you see what it is. This over here is the main Mafia ant dude, who's a little bit redder. And his face is also a little bit different, though it's difficult to tell. But some of the interesting things to talk about with this is the way that it was set out. So to begin with the models, we created world-aligned textures, and what that basically means is that we can place models down like this, and when we move it around, it actually moves along the texture, as you can see, like that, which means that we can put lots of different textures in and they seamlessly blend together. I was watching the sakes. Yeah, I also can't delete anything from the map either without it crashing. But basically what that meant is that we could put in lots of different rocks and stuff, and they seamlessly blended in together, which was absolutely and utterly, it was just wonderful. So it helps speed things up as well. Wait for this to load. Yep, okay, we're back. So ignore all the errors. Yeah, so also I created some procedurally generated items. So these rocks here, I could just place them around like that, and they just blend in nicely with the surroundings. You can't really see the seam very well. But what's happening? shaders have compiled properly. Probably compile in a moment. But no, this here is so to create a tunnel, I created this procedurally generated piece. So if we bring this out over here, it's got this end point here, and depending on how far and how far and how close, it generates a nice long column which you can travel through, which was really good. So all of these pieces here, I can move this up and down to make little vertical bits and left and right as well. So all of this here is procedurally generated using just these meshes that are repeating themselves over and over again, which save lots and lots of time. However, though, in order to do these little branching connected tunnel points was a little bit more different. A little bit more difficult. So what I did instead is, if we go to environment, here we go. I made a special one, which is exactly the same as the procedural, only you can't bring it out. But these little variables here control which bits are visible and which bits aren't. So just that. So as you can see, I can make little openings. So if I wanted something that comes out to the top and goes to the right, I just put this in. As you can see here. So it's just put in like that with an opening, and then I just have the procedural mesh going upwards, which was all. This stuff was all very interesting and wonderful and fun to learn, and I can see it having quite a few practical uses for things like, you know, sci-fi corridors as well, or long colony or prison corridors, which would be quite fun. Anyway, that's all really I could talk about. I can't exactly show you any of the gameplay, unfortunately, because as you've seen, when we try to play, it crashes. So, a little bit annoying, but oh well, wasn't it entirely a wasted effort? It was more of a learning experience, even if we can't give you guys something to play, because unsurprisingly enough, it doesn't actually compile. Anyway, thank you, and hopefully we'll have the next out of